Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is Tuesday, March 17, 2015. So first off, happy St. Patrick's Day. Second off, it looks like spring has just about sprung. Here on the pool table, we have the brand new Skylanders Trap Team Easter editions for this year. And in addition to that, I can showcase some of Wave 4 for you. So before we get started, a big thanks to the Walkthrough King. It's his spring break. I was out of the office and he was actually the person who signed for this package, so very cool. Big thanks to him there. That said, I nearly made this video 2 nights ago, and I nearly made it before that about a week or so ago. Glad I didn't now, because it's a lot more interesting with the actual products. But Wave 4 is coming up very, very quick. Maybe month, 5 weeks ago. It's kind of hard for me to keep track of time. Best Buy had a deal where you can pre-order Blackout. They list his release date as March 22nd. I've never seen Spotlight on there. I've actually seen no others, but Blackout is available. He looks awesome. Of course, go along with Knightmare and Nightlight, the Trap Masters. Blackout and Spotlight can be pre-ordered along with pretty much all of Wave 4 from GameStop.com. Now, they don't currently, at least last night when I was messing around with it, they do not have an option to actually, like I did with the Amiibo coming out this Friday for Mario Party 10, I can't do a store pickup for some reason. So they are allowing you to pre-order them though, and that includes pretty much all of Wave 4. The big things to note: number one, their release date is March 27th on everything. This Easter stuff here, GameStop was to have the 15th. From what people have told me, that apparently did not ring true for pretty much anyone that I'm aware of. A few people have found the Wave 4 Trap Masters at GameStops. However, they are now all register locked and should be pulled. So if you didn't get one, you probably missed out. That literally just basically happened yesterday. It's all the time that went down. But Wave 4 is basically going to consist of what we can dub with these Easter editions, if you will. The big highlight, and what I can't really showcase to you here, is going to actually be Blackout and Spotlight. Again, that's respectively your Dark and Light Element Newlanders. They're available in a single pack. It's no adventure pack or expansion pack or anything. Similarly, Nightlight and Knightmare, our Dark and Light Element Trap Masters, they're actually going to be available in a single pack form as well. So for those of you who really wanted two of, say, Nightlight or Knightmare, but you didn't want to buy the 2 expansion packs, or you simply couldn't find a second expansion pack to pick up, this looks to be your ticket to actually go ahead and proceed in that direction. Have one for both packs. That is why you've not seen me do the upgrades. I have them fairly highly leveled up, and I don't really want to reset them, so I'm kind of waiting on that point in time where I can procure them via the single pack. So, also of note, the Kaos Trap is supposed to be back. I've spotted a couple in the wild here recently. I try to keep you updated as to when I find them. Most I've seen is 2. I've found 1 on several occasions. However, this is something else I was not sent, but you can pre-order it from GameStop. It's, I think, Trap Triple Pack number 6. I haven't seen a Trap Triple Pack in forever. And it's got, I think, geez, I don't even remember what it is, Earth and Air maybe, with the Chaos Trap in the middle. Don't hold me to that. I've got pictures of all this stuff on the Skylander Club forum. You can take those links at the top of the description. What I did there, I tried to take a picture of each of the characters, and then I did the pre-order links down below that. And now we're going to get to the good stuff, what I was sent. Obviously, again, you know, no light and dark characters at all. But if you go by GameStop's dates, it's March 27th. And then again, like I said, Best Buy actually has a date of 3/22, which would be this Sunday. So we'll see how that pans out. I know several people that have pre-ordered it, and I just noticed something cool in what I was sent. Just got these out of the box. We'll go ahead and start with the Easter stuff, though. Some people have reportedly found this, and also of note, since we are talking about a trap, a similar Earth trap has Red Hot Tussle Sprout. That's kind of your alt deco villain, if you will. Think along the lines of Steamed Broccoli Guy, Riot Shield Shredder, etc. Basically just a costume change, nothing else. It's not the end of the world if you can't find it. But Canadians, Canada scores, they have been able to find Red Hot Tussle Sprout. I believe a few others in the U.S. have, and as of last night, one of the forum members on the Skylander Club down in Florida, I believe, had found them. So, that said, right here, it is the Earth Trap. I'm not going to make this real detailed, because obviously I'm going to unbox this stuff. The packaging is really cool. You got the spring edition there. You'll see that on all 3. What I like the best It's kind of cool if you just throw this in the yard. The downside to that, your kids are going to find it, you know, unless you like tape it to a tree branch or something facing skyward. But the way it is, you can actually, as the parent, open this, and you could use this, you know, to put it on the table. You could actually just hide the egg like this. There's actually an egg in there, I believe. Don't hold me to that, but I think there is. I'm not 100% sure. We will find out. Backside, very cool. It features Power Punch, Pet Vac, and Excellent Weeruptor. And if you watched way before most of you had the game, I made the Nintendo 3DS video for Trap Team. Why? Because it lists out, as it always has done, each of the available Alt Deco figures. So right here is Excellent Weeruptor. You can see him in there. He looks way better in person. Online, he looked horrible. I'm not even going to lie to you. But the pastel colors kind of come through better here. There's some pink down below. So that should be fun. I've got his regular mini version right there that we have not opened up just yet, so we'll get to compare and contrast those shortly. Now, the one I was the most impressed with, and I am a big Jet Vac fan, this is Power Punch Pet Vac. This is not Pet Vac, his standard mini. This is actually Power Punch Pet Vac, so he's kind of got the vibe of Full Blast Jet Vac. So this is pretty cool, and I am excited to actually see him in the game. You can kind of see the card there. Again, they all have these. Batteries just died there, but right here on the back side, again, this one's kind of structured a little bit differently. Here's the back side of Excellent Weeruptor. Again, I'm going to showcase all of this to you in my usual analytical detail fashion coming up. The interesting thing here, I guess that just kind of stands out more because of the earth tones. Now, in addition to these Easter characters that are coming to you very, very soon, the traps, a couple of new setups there, the dark and light characters all in single pack form, which we've covered. We have got, basically here in the US, I know some of you have had these, we got 4 core and 2 trap masters coming our way. Now, one of my most anticipated trap masters is Thunderbolt. And this is, of course, Thunderbolt. He is one of the 2 Trap Masters headed our way. I guess there's 4 if you consider the light and the dark, but, you know, these have never been released before. So he looks awesome. I cannot wait to unbox him, get him in the game. It's kind of like a Warnado-ish lightning rod hybrid, and I'm very excited about that. So I'm hoping there's some weather-related stuff. I honestly don't preview the characters ahead of time outside of if I happen to come across their soul gem in the game. I like to keep it fresh and new and kind of limited. That said, I did not notice this in the box when my nephew and I looked at it. European packaging, so that makes him extra special. So that said, if you are across seas and you wonder when you're going to get him, judging by that J-hook deal, I would assume he's coming very soon. So again, the greater detail comes in the individual videos, so stay tuned for that. He'll take his place by Mega Man because they're color coordinated. Right here, I have looked somewhat forward to this guy. There's a little bit of a buzzkill to me not having him around Halloween. I guess he's fairly logical to hold off. But this is the Undead Trapmaster Shortcut. He looks like he's going to be an absolute riot. Those scissors are ginormous. But he should be very interesting to experience in-game. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get in, I guess, to who I really, truly believe should have been out at Halloween. And that is, of course, Batspin. Batspin, in my opinion, is a very unique character. I'm extremely excited about her. She kind of joins the ranks of, like, Hex, Roller Brawl. I was a big fan of Roller Brawl, and I'm kind of excited to see what she does. I know some of you, particularly across the pond, have actually had her for a while. This is her debut here in the U.S., unless you're one of those crazy people that spends millions times more than what you should to ship something from across the ocean. So I'm not one of those people. I'd rather patiently wait and then buy 2 and still have money left to feed myself. That said, another one that people across the pond, I know in Australia he's been available in triple packs. This is High Five, the Life Element Skylander. He was along with Batspin, I think, in the naming contest. But Free-to-Lay had their contest, their little promotion. If you think, wait, I don't think I remember you talking about that this time. That's because I didn't. I just pretended that didn't even happen. I've kind of got burned out with those things. They ran some pretty good ones, and then they seem to like deteriorate each time they attempt to do it. So I eat their chips. I prefer not to have them in the snack pack fashions, and I prefer like my favorites, you know. So that said, some of you have had High Five. I have not, so this is going to be cool to me. It actually looks really good in my opinion. Next up, we have Water Element. Now, this is interesting to me. This is Echo. She is very, very similar to what I would think you would get if you were to cross or breed, if we were going like Pokemon route. If you take Zap, tried and true SSA, then he appeared in Giants with the Series 2 form. Swap Force, you think, wait, wasn't there someone like this? That's Punk Shock. She, of course, came out around the same time in her Easter packaging. And so I have to wonder, I mean, this to me almost looks like what you would get if you just told me, hey, you know, mash Zap and Punk Shock together. That's probably what someone that could actually do good with art would come up with. So, kind of think I know what to expect from her, but I could be terribly mistaken. We'll just have to wait and see. And last, but certainly not least, one of my most anticipated core Skylanders, it's Rocky Roll. Skylanders game actually, I think, tweeted him out today. They've been doing some of these Wave 4s recently. But Rocky Roll, they advertise is actually 2 Skylanders, which is going to be interesting. But we got the boulder, and then we've got like the little stone Cyclops golem dude. It's going to be awesome. Something I haven't said in a while, he would make a good candidate for a light core if that ever comes back. But I'm very excited about this guy. So he and Fist Bump will wrap up my Earth Element Newlanders. That said, this is Wave 4. You've got Trap Masters, brand new, never before released Thunderbolt, and Shortcut right here. On the core Skylander side, you've got Undead Element Batspin, you've got Water Element Echo, you've got Life Element High Five, and you've got Earth Element Rocky Roll. On kind of the Spring Edition, Limited Edition, Easter runs, if you will, we have Excellent Weeruptor, we have got Power Punch Pet Vac, and then we have the Earth Rabbit Trap, or whatever you want to call it. What are they actually? It's just an earth trap. So the rabbit trap is probably what I will refer to it as, because let's face it, there's a rabbit on it. That said, what is also in Wave 4 that I couldn't show you, obviously all the traps, that triple pack number 6 with the Kaos trap. If you still are looking for the Kaos trap, pre-order it from GameStop and save yourself trouble. Okay. Next up, we have the debut in single pack form for Nightlight and Knightmare. Again, for people like myself, this will be our chance to come in and basically buy those 2 guys, have them for the second pass, and pay slightly less than we would have paid at Toys R Us for, say, another expansion pack, if you could locate another expansion pack. Similar to that, we have, of course, one of the coolest things I think coming our way. Core characters, light and dark. It's going to be Spotlight, who again kind of looks like some angelic Flashwing hybrid, if you will. And then we've got Blackout, the Dark Element core Skylander, and he looks a lot like Vathic. He should be, I think, a very, very cool character. So 3/22 is his date at Best Buy. Everything that you see here is available for pre-order on GameStop. I posted this to the Skylander Club forum. Again, SkylanderClub.com. I strongly encourage you to check that site out, because I will oftentimes be posting things there before I can make a video about it. And if you frequent the forum daily, you won't miss anything, and you could have already pre-ordered them. So keep that in mind. This made for an epic St. Patrick's Day. Totally unexpected. I had no idea this stuff was coming. That's why I pre-ordered it last night. But that's the way things go. Can't complain about it, though. That said, I think I'm going to feel everybody out. I would like to probably have a second Thunderbolt for sure. Possibly Batspin. I think she'd be a cool custom paint. Rocky Roll, he's pretty much a guaranteed since he's Earth Element. Shortcut should be very interesting. Obviously, what I'm going to do now, you're going to see my unboxings. This is where we go. Take them out of the packaging, cover the background story, stats, card stats, a little bit more detailed. You get a better look at the figure. And then I will start up on the introductions. I might possibly upgrade a few of these guys. I think I have an order I know I'm going to go. I'm not going to tell people, because then other people that do this sort of thing might take my order. Keep in mind, I do work. I have a job. It is not standing here behind the pool table. And a lot of the other people that do this type of stuff, this is what they do, and that's why they can crank out videos where I come home from work and do this stuff. They've been at home doing all this. They were there when FedEx showed up with a package, and they can crank stuff out faster because it's what they do. And if I assure you, if I was in that position, all this stuff would be going down. The unboxings would be up if the processing didn't take forever. And then, like I said, I'd probably be upgrading them right now. So that's it. I will do the best I can. I think I've got an order I'm going to go. It's probably not too hard to figure it out. I'm basing it a lot upon what's already out there. Plus, it also tends to fall into what I would actually like to do anyway. So that's a win-win for me. That said, Wave 4 coming very, very soon. Keep your eyes out if you routinely sky hunt on a certain night or something. Small chance you could come across this stuff. Also, don't forget Red Hot Tussle Sprout if you're into the alt deco villains. 322 Blackout at Best Buy. That would lead me and many others to believe that they might have the rest of these guys out then. I don't know for sure. 327 at GameStop. Best Buy and GameStop have them within 5 days. There's a good chance Walmart, Target, and Toys R Us are going to fall into the mix as well. So I don't know if Tussle Sprout, Red Hot Tussle Sprout, is exclusive. I think he may be to Toys R Us. Don't hold me to that one, but I know that's where people were finding him. So obviously now is a prime time. There's been the port strikes and people were complaining things were slow. Slow no more, my friends. Go seize the day. Hunt your Skylanders. Report back on the Skylander Club forum what you find. But I'll quit rambling here. I'm going to get Thunderbolt unboxed. He's going to be up first for obvious reasons. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Check out the Skylander Club forum, SkylanderClub.com. If you like what you see there, sign up. We would love to have you join us. And last but not least, make sure you are subscribed. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up, tell your friends about it, and encourage them to do the same. And for myself and Wave 4, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you back here in just a few seconds.